later on today, she goes, when I said that's
Why
a
did I
bar.
say
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. We're having him as a guest soon, and we're very excited about that. Ruslan, you are a man who's able to really go up against the grain, dude. Like, we talk about things all the time. I get off the phone with you every time, and I'm like, I gotta be doing way more, bro. This guy is going up for it. What's causing the resilience? What's causing you to keep climbing, even on the days that, like, dude, you'd say like the craziest day to me and be like, but it's all good. I'm doing this, and that. And I'm like, dude, if God gave me like a quarter of that right now, I would be like freaking out. And you're so humble about it. What's the secret to keep your eyes on Jesus and not sinking underneath the water?
Oh man, the secret. Well, I'll be vulnerable in some of the stuff we've been going through as a family. I haven't spoken much about it publicly. There's a passage that talks about caring for the needs of your family, extended family, in 1 Timothy 5, and we've always valued that. And we've had the awesome privilege of helping out our extended family, my wife's family, my mom, that sort of stuff. And about 5 years ago, my wife's niece, my niece, came to live with us. So she had just transitioned. She just turned 18, and the family that adopted her, she didn't grow up with her bio mom, which is my wife's sister, was moving to Texas. So it was like, move to Texas or you can come live with us. And at the time, I had 2 condos right next to each other, and I had like an upstairs master bedroom, so she stayed there. And her name was Dasani, and she was awesome. She was great, and she kind of always wrestled with her faith and having a rough time, guys, orphan spirit, like that, like the whole gamut. And we had multiple like interventions with Dasani because we didn't have like a father-daughter dynamic. It was like uncle, big bro type, right? She was an adult by the time she came to us. And so long story short, Sonny had been struggling for a while with alcoholism, weed. We came out of a really toxic relationship that did a number on her. And about 6 months ago, we had like an intervention with her, and we sat down and we're like, hey, look, like she had almost beat up somebody at her job over something super petty. And we're like, look, you're like emotionally dysregulated. If you're gonna live with us, you got to go to therapy and you got to go to church, or you got to pay rent, like your choice. And so she breaks down, she's crying, she's sobbing, and she's grateful. Whenever we would like correct her, she would always like receive it well. And so long story short, we had a beautiful, beautiful 6 months of just not just going to church, but like we would have this thing where we would race to church, who can get to church first. And she started a Bible study at the house, and she's bringing her friends over, and she's asking us to lead the Bible study. And she's really starting to make some strides in her faith. And we went to vacation together. Chosen Con brought all of us out, which was like super cool. We did Disneyland. She grew up really looking up to Kat Von D and had like her makeup line. Kat Von D came over to dinner at the end of November with her husband. And so like on Thanksgiving, all her highs and lows was like, I got to meet Kat Von D. I got to do this. I got to do this. We had such a great 6 months. And I everything professionally has been going really well in terms of like, I get my manuscript submitted by Penguin Random House. They accepted. I'm getting asked to speak at all these things. YouTube is going well. And as all these things are going well, middle of December, I walk in, I hear something clang in the kitchen, and I walk into what I think in what appears to be some sort of seizure. Oh, no. And I wasn't really sure, so I kind of analyzed the situation, sat down, and it wouldn't stop because I've seen people have seizures before, and they usually pass within 45 seconds. And so, like, as I'm realizing it's not stop, I roll her on her side, I call 911. They get there. Everybody's calm. They're like, oh, it's a seizure.